If you have been struggling to find the perfect crosshair, look no further. I'm going to be showing you guys 10 of the best pro player crosshairs in 2023, and I'll also be adding some extra ones that I thought were good but didn't quite make the top 10 if you want to try those as well. All crosshair codes will be in the description, and when you do find a crosshair that you want to try, simply take the crosshair and copy it, and then go to your crosshair settings on Valorant and click the import button and paste it in, and boom, just like that, you can easily equip any crosshair that you see throughout the video. But before we get any deeper into today's video, I have to take a quick second to let you guys know I'm going to be giving away one free Valorant Battle Pass to one person who liked this video and comments hashtag installed Valorant tracker in the comment section below. I've been using this program to track all of my in-game stats for over a year now, and it shows you agent win rates, headshot percentages, map win rates, and it also has a cool feature which shows you your teammates' ranks and stats when you get into a lobby with them. There's also a live match feature that can show you the stats for both teams while you are in a live game with them, and a match history tab to go through everyone's stats after the game with them. I also think the guides tab is really cool, as you could learn lineups or setups for any agent while you are in a game. If you want to rank up and head all the way to Radiant, install the app today using my link in the description or pinned comment. Now let's get right back to the video. First up, we got one of the best Valorant crosshairs in my opinion, PRX Something Crosshair. He's a pro player currently on PRX. He's rocking the white dot crosshair with 0.619 outline opacity, outline thickness at 1, and center dot on, and center dot opacity is 1 as well, and 2 for center dot thickness. This is a really small, clean, and simple one, and is really good for Vandal users who like going for one taps. After that, we got EG who's currently on Evil Geniuses, the team who just won VCT Masters. He rocks another white dot crosshair similar to PRX Something, but his is slightly different, and I actually prefer this one a tad bit better. He's rocking 1 outline opacity, 1 outline thickness, center dot on with 1 center dot opacity and 2 center dot thickness, but he's also got inner lines on to make the border of the white dot a little bit cleaner. So his inner line settings are 1220. This is one of my personal favorite dot crosshairs, so make sure to try this one out. After that, we got T1 Sayaplayer. He's currently on T1 and is one of the best mechanical players in the scene at the moment. He's rocking this small green crosshair with outlines on 0.5 opacity and 1 thickness and center dot off. He also has inner lines 1311 on, and this is a very simple and smooth one that I definitely suggest you try out if you enjoy this style of crosshair. After that, we got the Azpaz Crosshair, who was playing for Loud, but at the moment, he is currently a free agent to my knowledge, and he does have multiple crosshairs that he uses, but this is just one of the many that he rocks, and a personal favorite. He's rocking that small white 1420 inner lines crosshair, and this is one of the many crosshairs that you are going to want to add to your crosshair slots. After that, we got the Tenz Crosshair, who's currently signed to Sentinels as a pro player, but I don't really need to explain why Tenz is the GOAT, because if you play Valorant, you already know all about Tenz, and you may already even know his crosshair. He's rocking that simple 1422 inner lines crosshair, and if you haven't, please go and try this one. Next up, we got Tarek, who's not a pro player on Valorant, but he has hit Radiant #1 and was a former world champion on CSGO, and he's currently signed to Sentinels as a Valorant content creator. He's rocking a white 1622 inner lines crosshair and is definitely worth trying out in my opinion, and it's definitely worth making it into the top 10. Next, we got Les, who is currently a pro player on Loud and is one of the best players in the entire world, and definitely in Brazil. He's rocking more of a white small box crosshair with outlines on and outline opacity and thickness at 1. He then has center dot on and 1 center opacity with 3 center dot thickness, and this is a decent alternative to the regular dot crosshairs, as I personally like the bigger size versions. Right after that, we got Asuna, who is currently a pro player for 100 Thieves and is well known for his mechanics. He's got a CSGO style crosshair with the white crosshair color, outlines are on, and 1 outline opacity and 1 outline thickness, and then his inner line settings are 1, 2, 1, 3. This is a really plain and simple one, but it's also used by the former pro player Sinatra as well. So I'd suggest trying it out if you're looking for a new one still. Right after that, we got Nat, who's currently a pro player for Team Liquid and one of the best Sentinel players in all of Europe and possibly the world. He's rocking a very similar crosshair to Asuna, but slightly smaller. He's got outlines on with 1 opacity and 1 thickness, and then his inner line settings are 1, 2, 1, 2. This is a really small and clean CSGO type crosshair, but it's definitely one that I personally use from time to time. Right after that, we got CNED, who is currently a pro Valorant player for Navi and is well known as one of the best Jet players in the entire world. He's rocking that simple white 1520 inner lines crosshair, and it is very similar to the Aspas crosshair but just slightly bigger. If you want to have aim like CNED, you are definitely going to want to try this one out. Now for our runner-up crosshairs that I personally still do think were worth making it into the video but weren't in my top 10, we will start with Jawgemo's, who is currently a world champion of Valorant and is a professional Valorant player for Evil Geniuses. His current crosshair is a red inner lines 1322 crosshair, and then his outer line settings are 0.5 opacity, outline length is 5/4, and then the outer line thickness is 2, and his outer line offset is 1. Right after that, we got the AverageJonas Crosshair. He's one of the top Valorant creators at the moment, and I'm sure a ton of you guys are interested in knowing this one. He's rocking that cyan box crosshair with outlines on with 1 outline opacity and 1 outline thickness, and center dot is on with 1 center dot opacity and 3 center dot thickness. This is, to my knowledge, the same crosshair that the pro player Scream currently rocked, so it's definitely one of the notable mentions for sure. Then we got Grim, who's known as one of the best Sage players at the moment and possibly the only Sage player left. He's rocking that white inner lines 1/4/3 20 crosshair with outer lines off. I personally don't know how he's even able to see with this, as it's so tiny and silly looking, but you know we had to throw it in the vid. And you guys know I had to throw Ziptie in the video as well, since I'm mentioning content creators. He's one of the best Yoru players on YouTube at the moment, and he's rocking that small white crosshair with inner lines on with a 1/0/4 for inner line length, 2/1 crosshair, and for his outer line settings, he's got 1/4/0 2/3 outer lines crosshair. This is a bit of an odd one, but for some reason it appeals to me, and it may be because it slightly looks like a chode. After that, we got the Kami Crosshair, who is known as the Marshall Jet. He's rocking that teal outlines on 1/1 crosshair with his inner lines at 1/3/1/3. This is a very clean, smooth, and simple one, but it's the one that the Marshall Jet uses, so if you want to have his crosshair, this one will be in the description for you guys, as well as all of the other crosshair codes will be in the description as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you want free Radiant coaching, I'm live on Twitch at twitch.tv/remvalorant, so make sure to check me out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like the video. Peace out.